Hello, you are welcome to my class today. My name is Dr. Kingsley. Now, today I will be taking you on nomenclature of cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes are those alkanes in which the carbon atoms forms a ring, although there is no presence of aromatic ring. Now, the least number of carbon atom that can form a ring is 3. That is why the least cycloalkane will be cyclopropane. Now, we can write cyclopropane in this manner. You have CH2, okay, CH2, then you have CH2, and what? This. So this is what? Cyclopropane. This compound we see here can also be written in this way. This is also the same as this. Then if we increase the carbon atoms, we'll have cyclobutane. Okay, so this compound here is cyclobutane. Okay, cyclobutane can also be written in this format. Okay, then if we increase the carbon atom, we can have cyclopentane. If the carbon atom is increased more, okay, we have a hexane. We can go on and on to increase the carbon atom. Now, the question now should be, what of if the cyclic compound is having a substituent? Now, this is cyclopropane. When cyclopropane bears a substituent such as the methyl group, you will see from here that when there is no substituent, any of these carbon atom can become carbon number 1. But anytime there is a substituent, the position where there is a substituent automatically becomes what? Carbon number 1. So we can name this what? 1-methyl cyclo, okay, propane. 1-methyl cyclopropane. But because there is only one substituent, which is at number 1 position, instead of 1-methyl cyclopropane, we can simply say methyl cyclo, okay, propane. Now, another question might arise if there are 2 substituents. Now, let's say, for example, we have 2 substituents, that is 2 different substituents, such as this. Let's say we have CH3, and here we have what? Here we have the Br. What will be the name of the compound? Now, if you look at this very well, you find out that this one is bromo, while this is what? Is methyl. Now, B and M, which one comes first? We'll find out that what? That B comes before M. So we'll give number 1 position to the substituent that have what? The least alphabet. So this becomes 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. So this is 1 bromo. We have what? 2-methyl. 2-methyl cyclo what? Cyclopropane. So that is the name of the compound. Now, if we take another example, let's say we have a cyclohexane this way, and here we attached a methyl group, ethyl group, and here we attach what? A methyl group, and let's say here we attach a propyl group, CH2, CH3, and we are asked to name this compound. Now, if we are asked to name the compound, we can take this place, we can go through this way, we can equally go through this way. Okay, now if we go through this way, we find out that this carbon becomes number 1, this becomes number 2, 3, 4, 5, and what? And 6. So if we are naming through this way, remember, when we are naming, we name alphabetically because the substituents are not the same. Remember, this is ethyl. Why this one is what? Propyl. Why the substituent here is what? Is methyl. So we name ethyl E before methyl. Okay, after methyl M, we can now name propyl, which is P. Now this will become 1-ethyl. Okay, we have 3-methyl. Okay, and what? 4-propyl. 4-propyl cyclohexane. That becomes the name. That is when we name through this method. Now, but for example, if we are to name towards this way, that is towards this way, what will now be the name? Here becomes number 1 now. Here is number 2. Here is 3. Okay, here becomes 4. Here becomes 5, and here is 6. So what will be the name? The name, okay, alphabetically, we now have what? 4-ethyl. We have 4-ethyl, then 3. Okay, okay, by this way, we have 2. Okay, this is 1, this is 2. So it's now 2-methyl. It's now 2-methyl. Okay, 4-ethyl, 2-methyl, then we have what? 1-propyl. Okay, cyclohexane. Which one will be the right nomenclature? If we want to get the right nomenclature, we add up the numbers of the substituent, the position where the substituent is being attached. Here is 1. 1 plus 3 will give me 4. 4 plus 4 will give me 8. So this one gives 8. Then we'll go through this one. This is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is what? 7. The one that will be the right what? Nomenclature will be the one in which the substituent addition gives us what? Lesser number. So 7 is lesser than what? Than 8. That is why this will become the what? The right nomenclature, and not what? And not this. Now, we go further in this what? Class. Go further in the class. If we're asked to name this compound, we CH3. Okay? The compound here is what? Methyl cyclopropane. Methyl cyclopropane. Okay? Now, let us try to increase this open chain. Let's say we have CH2, CH3. What will be the name? So, the open chain is 2 carbons, and that is ethyl. So, this is ethyl cyclopropane. Now, let us increase the open chain carbon again to this. Let's say we have CH2, CH2, and CH3. What will be the name? This is a propyl cyclo what? Propane. This becomes propyl cyclopropane. This is propyl cyclopropane. Now let us increase once more the open chain to 4. We have this, then we'll have CH2, 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 CH3. What will be the name of this compound? Now, if you look very well, you find out that the open chain carbons are 4, while the word cyclic is 3. Open chain is what? 4 carbons. Why this is 3 carbon? So we are having 4 carbon for open chain and 3 what? Carbon for what? For cyclic, the cyclo compound. Anytime the open chain carbon atom is bigger than the cyclic what? Compound's carbon, the open chain will automatically become the main compound, while the cyclic what? Will become the substituent. So when cyclopropane is being named as a substituent, it will be named as cyclopropyl because the carbon is less. It becomes what? A substituent to this. So this name, or the name of this compound, will become cyclo. We have cyclopropyl, okay, butane. That becomes the answer. So anytime you are naming cyclic compound having an open chain, and the open chain carbon is longer than the cyclic carbon, then the cyclic becomes what? The substituent to the open chain. I hope you have gotten some tips, okay, on how to name cyclic what? Or cycloalkanes. Please do subscribe, like my video, and share my video. Thank you very much.